Okay, so I've started making the rest. The first part of that video was just cutting some of that metal. You didn't need to see that over and over and over again. So what I did was, these three over here are mine, these three, and this one here is yours. I made you a 12, this one's an 8 and a 6-inch rest. And then that bowl thing, it's going to be a 12-inch piece of pipe, and I'm going to weld this onto here. I'm actually going to round this down a little bit and then weld this onto here. But I'm going to have to heat the hell out of this and figure out what I can bend it around and make that kind of a, you know, that kind of an S curve to this, so it goes out and out. You know what I'm talking about? It has to, yeah. Because the curve's got to go this way and that way, so you can use it either direction. So anyway, I got to figure that out. But hopefully from your measurements I got it right, because you're right about 5 inches total height. So I've got a piece of, that's 1-inch solid steel. I'm going to trim that down to like 1/32 smaller than 7/8 to fit into your tool stock, your banjo holder. This is 1.5 by 1.5 by 1/4-inch steel. I'm going to drill this and I'm going to put a hole in the top of that, and I'm going to weld that, and then I'm going to weld all the way around it. So that'll sit like that. And then I got a piece of 5/16 bar. I'm going to top off of that. This is cold rolled steel, and so is this. The rest of it, and this is just regular carbon steel. That's hot rolled. Basically what it means is the cold rolled has a better finish to it. It's a lot smoother, so it'll be less work to finish it later on. But I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm not going to weld the whole thing. I'm just going to weld it, you know, every couple of inches, because if you ever need to replace this, you'll be able to just cut it off and just have somebody put a new one on here for you. But things I've watched and stuff, these things don't have to be replaced probably ever. I got some sharp edges I got to clean up. It's still really cold out here, so I'm not going to mess with this too much more tonight, because I'm going to have to heat everything with some kind of a blowtorch. It's still only 15 degrees out, so it needs to be warmer than that to do this. So that's what I got there. So anyway, that's a starting point. So the next part of this video, I'll drill some holes and figure out center on these things. It doesn't have to be exact. I just want it to be deep enough so when I'm going to make this big enough so I can put like a big spot weld into here. And I'm also going to make this taper down, so when I do put them on here, after I work them on the lathe, I will be able to weld inside of that, because it's going to take a lot of heat to get in here. So what they call it is a root. So I need to angle this down, this whole thing, and then start working from the inside out and put like 2 or 3 weld beads around it. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to drill some holes, and yeah, and then we'll just keep moving on. So I got all these holes drilled out, and the next thing to do is a little bit of machining on all these things. Because like I said, this is going to mount under here, and that's just going to go into your tool rest up and down, into your banjo. What I'm trying to figure out though is if, like I said, I'm going to taper this as much as I can. I'll probably do it on the little mini lathe and make a point. So rather than put a hole in this, I can just shove that. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might just do it like this and just heat it a lot, because I don't want to lose any height. I didn't account to make a point and shove it up through there. I actually thought about drilling a hole and putting a bolt through that, but I don't want to have a bolt on the top. So I'm just going to angle this down, and I'm just going to weld it really good to the bottom of this thing. And it shouldn't come off. I mean, it's going to be on there. I just, you know, never done one, watching different things, people make in different ways. So anyway, this is the only one that I'm really trying to figure out how. I have to heat the hell out of this. I might just put it in a fire one night when I'm out here with Tracy, and just heat, you know what I mean, and bring it in and bend it. So it might be the best way to do it, kind of like, you know, a forge. But anyway, okay, well, I'm going to post this part of the video, and then there'll be a part 2, and me doing those little machining on all these pieces, and then maybe a part 3 too when I'm welding it all up and cleaning it up. But I'm done for tonight. I'm cold, and I'm gonna head inside. So, all right, till next time.